why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like a Saturday. Listen to me how I beat the speed up.
Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofu with KO Sports Talk, back at with another video. And I got my co-host Chuck Full Damage Miller in the building with us, the biggest Bears fan in the world. But we're coming here today, with a update. The Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze saga in terms of the contract signing has been a done deal, man. They've already been signed in terms of the contract agreement. About damn time. And I'm going to show you the contract details right now. I'm going to pull this up on my slide.
Yes, sir. It's about time.
All right. So, according to Adam Schefter, Chicago's #1 pick, Caleb Williams, just signed his 4-year deal, fully contract guaranteed, worth $39 million. That includes a $25.5 million signing bonus with the 5th-year option per source. And the Bears have also agreed to locking in Rome Odunze on his 4-year deal, $22.7 million fully guaranteed. With the 5th-year option, he gets $13.3 million signing bonus. So, yeah, the rookies, they already signed their contract, man. That's a done deal. And also
millions and millions and millions.
millions. And the rookie training camp has already begun today. I guess today they're just going through some walkthroughs today. There wasn't much work to do today. But in terms of the contract signing, I'm just glad that we don't got to worry. Matt Nagy, you're stupid, bro.
Really?
He's talking about hair.
Really?
Y'all keep making fun of my hairline. I might as well just wear a hat, man. Y'all forget y'all, dude. I'm trying to get my hair back, dude.
It's not cool. Get off my guy.
But yeah, today was just some walkthroughs today, with the rookie training camp. There wasn't much to do today. I think officially training camp begins on the 20th. I know the 19th. Veterans are supposed to report on the 19th, and then training camp officially begins on the 20th. But Chuck, I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. With us finally signing Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze to this deal, because I know there's a whole bunch of speculation about, when are the Chicago Bears going to sign Caleb Williams or Rome Odunze? I even called it yesterday. I even talked about it yesterday how Hard Knocks, they were in the building yesterday, and they already did some filming yesterday of them signing their deals. And I kind of said that, the Chicago Bears are going to wait till Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze allow Hard Knocks to come in and sign their deal as a part of like the show. But I wanted to get your thoughts on this, Chuck, about this.
I kind of welcome out there, KO Sports Talk land. Chuck Full Damage 1. Biggest Bears fan that you know, and welcome to the cast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on here. And also, if we have any entrepreneurs out there, any business folks that's looking for commercial spots, for the for their business, feel free to reach out to Kofi at KO Sports, KO Sports Talk, and we'll discuss this further down the road. But I think. Was that what you just said really hit it on the head, bro? And I also saw Swifty speaking on that too. Shout out to Swifty, Swift Sports Network. I actually saw him speaking on that, and it was always believed by some Bears fans that they were waiting for the whole Hard Knocks thing to start up before they did the signing. Kind of, I guess, it's part of the drama of the Hard Knocks, the HBO Hard Knocks show. Those of y'all that don't know, the Bears are going to be on HBO Hard Knocks. It's going to be coming soon to a television near you. Check it out. And so I think that was just part of the drama. I think that's what was happening there. There was no fluctuating or discussing of money because the rookie ceiling is only at so much anyway. There was nothing more that Caleb Williams could get beyond what he got. There was nothing more that Rome Odunze could really get beyond what he got. So they both got maxed out, I believe. And I think it was just a waiting game. I think that's all it was, just the drama for the show. But this was a done deal, foregone conclusion. This isn't even any serious money that the Bears are talking about here. What are we talking about? $39 million for Caleb Williams, and 25 of that already up front, 25 and a half of that already up front. Then Odunze right behind him. I think he had 38 point something million. So there wasn't any real drama behind it other than fanfare for the
Yeah. I think there wasn't any type of drama behind it. I mean, like I know these are the top two rookies, in the in the draft. They're pretty high profile, and so I mean, there's a lot of speculation. Oh, there might be a holdout, with the rookies. There wasn't too sure, if they're gonna, be at training camp. But I mean, I really wasn't too worried about that. I mean,
hold out for what? What were they holding out?
Hold out for what? I mean, yeah. I mean, like they already talked about. I mean, Caleb Williams kind of talked about how his lawyers were already handling it, with the team. So there wasn't any doubt in my mind that he was going to get signed. But I kind of expected him to get signed before training camp begins. But let's just talk about, of course, let's talk about training camp. What kind of things to expect, now that's kind of out the way. I'm kind of expecting Caleb Williams, expecting him learning the playbook because, he already got a grasp, like he already got Shane Waldron's playbook. I think 3 months before training camp. Well, 3 months before. Well, 3 months ago. Before the draft. And so I think.
Hey, look at there, Michael sighting. What's good, Mike? Long time, brother.
What's good, Mike? How you doing, bro?
It's been a minute since we've seen you, brother. Good to see you. Good to hear from
you. I know you have an affinity for Angel Reese. But that's neither here nor there. But Caleb Williams, like I said, he already had a grasp of the playbook prior to him being drafted. But I think, if he wants to further his development, and getting ahead of the NFL, I think he has to have a good grasp of the play. And I think the chemistry between him and Shane Waldron, I think is definitely going to be critical. It's definitely going to be very big because, last year, with Justin Fields and, with Luke Getsy, they didn't have too much of a great chemistry together. Him and DJ Moore, they had a great chemistry together, but him and Luke Getsy, they didn't have too great of a chemistry. And I think, coming into the season, Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron has to, develop. They have to have a good chemistry between, OC and quarterback because, if you want to trust your quarterback, in order to make the executed plays within the game, you have to have full trust. At times, Luke Getsy, you can see it even in the games, man. Luke Getsy did not trust Justin Fields. Even though we all trusted Justin Fields, Luke Getsy at times, he would try to create certain plays where it'll just be dink and dunk. And we already know that Justin Fields, he was a home run hitter. He was a home run thrower. Always threw the ball down deep.
Yeah.
Keep
the deep ball. If I'm totally honest with you, I felt like Luke Getsy spent too much time worrying about the mechanics of Justin Fields rather than enhancing the quarterback play of Justin Fields. And I think that's where he went wrong. That's where he went wrong. He tried to change this guy to Aaron Rodgers, bro. There were video breakdowns with the QB school. Shout out to the QB school. The guy on there, he was breaking it down and he was showing side by side how this guy was trying to make him reincarnate. He was trying to reincarnate or resurrect Aaron Rodgers' game inside of Justin Fields. And he was trying to do that with the dropbacks and with the mechanics. He got him thinking too much about footsteps and how he drops back and where his feet land and how he releases the ball and all that. And he was getting too much into the mechanics of the game. The reality is when quarterbacks have reached a certain level of success with their style of play, the way that they play is already ingrained in them. You're not going to reshape that in year 23, 24, 25 of these guys' lives. If they've been playing that way for the last 10, 15, 20 years, that's not going to change because you come in and you want
And they've been playing their whole lives like that. I'm like, how do you expect Justin Fields to change his drop step with his left leg? He's been playing with his right step. He's been driving back with his right leg, not his left leg.
And this is what Justin Fields was alluding to, and I think was in like week 3 after the loss. He was saying that things were too mechanical for him. They were too mechanical. What's going on out there, Mr. Ray? Mr. Reborn in there.
What's going on,
bro? With you, bro? Appreciate you. Appreciate the hit, man. But yeah, it was just way too mechanical for him, and he felt like that. Justin Fields alluded to that. He talked about that in the press, and then he got stoned for it because this is the Bears brass, and you know there can be any criticism of a coach. Never with the Bears brass, even though they don't win anything, but criticism was a downfall, you know. So they made him come back and recant his statement and and try to explain himself further. I think Justin Fields spoke exactly what he felt in his mind, and he just made up his mind after the Kansas City game. He said he's just going to go back to playing the way that he knows how to play. You know what I mean? He got out of that stuff, and lo and behold, the whole year turned around from there, bro. Whole year turned around from there. Now we could always speculate about what would have happened, but we'll be beating a dead horse at this point. It doesn't matter. It's water under the bridge now. I think it's imperative that Caleb Williams and Shane Waldron come in with great rapport together, and I get the sense that that's where they're headed. I think it's going to be quintessential. It's going to be quintessential for Shane Waldron to be open enough.
Hold up, bro.
Go ahead.
Can you cover for me real quick? Hold on.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I think it's going to be quintessential for Shane Waldron to be open enough to take some advice or some guidance from Caleb Williams, because even though he's a young kid, this is a talented kid, and he's out there. He's the eyes that's out there. He's seeing down the field. You know what I mean? So even though Shane Waldron may draw up the plays, it still takes the quarter. Even though the offensive coordinator draws up the plays, it's still the incumbent on the quarterback to tell the offensive coordinator what he sees out there and what will work and what's not going to work. That is incumbent. Now, if you guys remember, that was an episode with Matt Nagy where he and Nick Foles bumped heads. And in one particular game, I want to say it was playing the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not exactly sure which team it was, but Nick Foles, Matt Nagy was calling a play, and Nick Foles kept shaking him off. He kept waving him off like, no, that's not going to work here. And he kept trying to tell him what was going to work. But Matt Nagy was insisted that he runs this play. It's got to be this play. And Nick Foles kept shaking him off. And he got to the point where Nick Foles called a timeout. He called a timeout, and he walked over to him and he explained to him the defense that they're running, that play there is not going to work against it. It's not going to work against it. And it's because of plays like that Matt Nagy is no longer in town. It's because of stubbornness like that Matt Nagy is no longer in town. The thing we got to keep in mind, people, is that just because you're a head coach or just because you're an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, it doesn't mean you know everything that's going on out there. You don't know it all. You don't know it all. And sometimes you need to listen to those that are in the trenches. You know what I mean? It's okay to tell the driver which way to go until the driver starts instructing and starts telling you that way is not viable. That's the wrong way going down that street. That's a dead end street. That's a one way coming back south, and we're heading north. Once the driver starts telling you what he's seeing while he's behind the wheel, you got to start listening to the driver. You can't tell him to just run into a brick wall on a dead end street. And I think that's where a lot of offensive coordinators go wrong. I think that's where Shane Waldron's strength is going to have to be when it comes to Caleb Williams. He's got to be able to instruct and take advice, take guidance. Because just because he's been in the league and he's been successful to some extent, to some degree with what he does offensively, does not mean he's got all the answers for what's happening on that field right then and there. Football is a very situational game. It's a very situational game out here. So yeah, so it's definitely going to be incumbent upon him and Caleb Williams, for that matter, to to combine their forces, so to speak. They got to be like the Wonder Twins. I don't know if you guys are. I'm dating myself now. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Wonder Twins. This old cartoon used to come on where these two twins, these twin siblings, had matching rings, and they had powers in the rings, and they would, to activate the powers, they would connect them, and they would say Wonder Twin powers activate, and they connect them together. That's the way Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams have got to be. They got to be Wonder Twins. So so hopefully that's what we get out of this training camp. Those of you all that's out there that's viewing us, comment in the comment section. Tell me, what are you guys looking for or expecting to see in this training camp with the Chicago Bears? What is it that you'll be looking for to see, this team peak? Or is there anything that you're looking for? Is there no thing that you're looking for? Are you expecting better play out of the offensive line, the defensive line, the wide receiver core, the quarterback position? What are you expecting out of this? And what do you hope that the Bears gain from the Hard Knocks experience? I could think of a million things that the Bears could gain from the Hard Knock experience. But right off the back, the one thing I want us to gain is continuity amongst these players. I want to see the chemistry between the players and the coaches. I want to see that activated right away. I want to see that kicked in. Yeah, Kof, I see you out here. Okay, so Kof wants us to talk about the defensive tackle position, in particular, Javon Dexter's next week. Javon Dexter, in case you guys don't know, was a rookie last year. This is a guy who made hella progressions and progressed by leaps and bounds from the beginning of the season to the end of the season at the defensive tackle position. Javon Dexter, I believe, is ready to take the next leap, to go next level. We're talking about a dude who's worked out in the offseason, who's built up muscle mass, who's gotten himself a little heavier, a little bigger for the position that he's playing, who's honed in on some techniques, who was picking the veterans' brains last year, like Yannick Ngakoue, to learn how to do the cross chop and learn how to do these things. And Javon Dexter, I believe, is in for a big year. I believe that dude can really be a staple in the middle of our defense, of the Tommy Harris, Warren Sapp variety. Now, I don't know if you guys, I need you guys Bears fandom go, but Tommy Harris was a defensive tackle for the Chicago Bears in the early part of the 2000s, and this guy was a beast in the middle of that pack. He was a beast in the middle of that pack. Tommy Harris was a Pro Bowler from that position. That guy was nasty. So, and we're hoping and believing that Javon Dexter takes that next step and gets to that point. What's going on, Real Street Sports Talk? See you out here, bro. He said going to keep an eye on Waldron and Williams' relationship, because honestly, Fields never trusted his OC. Yeah, we alluded to that earlier, T.O., with the Bears. Trusting the guy calling the plays is so important. You're absolutely right. And that is the key to every team's success. That's the key to every team's success offensively. You're not going to have any offensive success if you don't have an offensive coordinator and a quarterback on the same page. If they're not on the same page, you're not going to get much action out of that offense. You're not going to get much production out of that offense. Or I should say, you're not going to get as much production out of that offense as you could. So, yeah, so definitely I agree with that, Real Street Sports Talk. Thanks for tuning in to the show. Back on Javon Dexter, though, I think he takes a giant leap forward this year. I think with this defense being constructed the way that it is, coming off of the second half of the season that it had, with Montez Sweat coming in here and just becoming a revelation for any action that we could accomplish on this defense, I believe that the sky's the limit in terms of where Javon Dexter can go in the middle of this pack. He can be so impactful.
Sorry.
Yeah, he can be. It's okay, bro. He can be so impactful, and I believe Javon Dexter can almost have an edge rusher type of impact from in the D tackle position. I believe that.
I agree. Real Street Sports Talk. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm willing, because honestly, Phillips never trusts his OCs. Yeah, and like I said, like I alluded to, I said that that's going to be critical. Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams' relationship is very, very going to be critical, because that's going to determine whether we're going to have how should I say it, a 7-10 season or 11-6 season, depending. I just really hope Shane Waldron doesn't change who Caleb Williams is. Yeah, Caleb Williams definitely has to work on certain nuances, like working on, his underneath passes, because at times he does tend to play hero ball, and he doesn't even have to play hero ball when he comes in, because during his time at USC, I've seen some of his USC games where he didn't have a great offensive line. He didn't have really capable weapons this past season. And at times he did have to play hero ball or whatever to try to take his team out of a 15-point deficit, 14-point deficit, because his defense wasn't good for anything. And so at times he had to, take, the deep passes, whatever, where he was trying to look for the open man, looking for the home run ball. Coming into the season, kind of like what Chuck alluded to, I guess when I was out, is that, Shane Waldron, he shouldn't have to, he should not have to change him. He has to work on, certain mechanics, with his, certain mechanics, like, with his underneath passes, certain stuff like that, where he doesn't have to do too much. But like I said, Shane Waldron, at the same time, Shane Waldron shouldn't have to change who Caleb Williams is as a quarterback. Let him be who he is as a quarterback. Let him play his position the way he's been playing it most of his life. Don't try to change him, because that's been a problem with the Chicago Bears organization when it came to developing quarterbacks. You try to change the quarterback to from what he really isn't. Just like with Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy tried to change Mitch Trubisky, try to make him into more of a pocket passer when he was really great off the run, off the bootleg.
He's a mobile quarterback. Yeah,
he's a mobile quarterback. The same with Justin Fields. Luke Getsy tried to change Justin Fields into Aaron Rodgers. He's not Aaron Rodgers at all. He's not.
Right. And let me say this, though, not to cut you off, bro, but I just wanted to drop this in there. I think it's safe for us to say that Caleb Williams is his own man. And what I mean by that is, this is a kid who's got his own mind made up about where he's going and how he plans on getting there. This guy is very goal oriented. And I think, not that he's not open to coaching, but if Caleb senses that something that he and the coach are trying to do is not working, I believe Caleb's going to be a vocal kind of guy. He's going to talk to his offense coordinator. He's going to tell him what he's seeing out there, which is what every quarterback should do. Every quarterback should do that anyway. You got to get out there and you got to tell them what you see. Now, my biggest concern, if I'm totally honest with you, Cole, is more on the Shane Waldron side. How would he respond when Caleb Williams does that? Because Caleb's going to do it. Caleb's going to see some things. He's not going to like a play call. He's going to say something.
And there's going to be some disagreements between the two. There's definitely going to be some disagreements, especially at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be like, I don't agree with this. I'm changing the play at the line of scrimmage. This don't work,
Right.
Or like a play might be executed and they might have a disagreement afterwards. Like, what kind of play was this?
It's gonna come down to trust. How quickly can these guys develop a trust with one another? Can Caleb Williams develop a trust strong enough with Shane Waldron to where he trusts Shane Waldron's play calling when Shane Waldron is telling him to stick with a play? And transversely, can Shane Waldron trust Caleb Williams well enough to when he tells him, I'm seeing something out here, I need to audible to this play? Can he trust him enough to know that Caleb Williams is making the right decision on that field? And he's putting the Bears offense in the best possible position to achieve, to excel, So it's a developmental thing, though. It's about them spending time together. It's about them working. It's about them seeing eye to eye and understanding where each other's minds and where points of views are coming from. You don't have to be right about everything. And, I think that's where some coaches, they really drop the ball with these players. They try to be right about everything. You don't have to be right about everything. It's not necessary to be right about everything. Just get it right. That's all. You don't have to be right about everything. Just get the play right. Because guess what? If the play is successful, if an explosion happens, if the Bears win the game, they're going to give Caleb Williams and the offensive coordinator all the praise in the world. I guarantee you that. So
And
they
then
don't
the
have to
OC,
fight
he's
over
going to
who's
open up the
lose.
playbook more. He's going to open up the playbook because there's a trust factor over there.
Exactly.
Because they're working in tandem. They have to work in tandem with each other. They have to work like what's the word I'm trying to say? Like how a conductor,
Cohesively.
works his music. How a conductor,
Right.
And then he has his music orchestra. Because
Cohesively.
when
They
the
gotta work in
conductor
chemistry.
and
They
the
gotta have
music
chemistry.
orchestra are working in tandem with each other, that's when they work synchronously. That's what they have to do. They have to work synchronously.
Synchronize. Yeah.
They have to synchronize with each other. That's what they have to do.
In the music world, they say you have to work. It has to work sonically. Well, it has to work sonically well. That's the term. Hope I'm not using that out of place. Ayo Mills, I'm sure if I am, you'll let me know, brother. But yeah. So, but this takes time, people. We talking and we're ahead of ourselves a little bit on, where the relationship between offensive coordinator and quarterback can go, but or should go. But we know these guys are just getting together. It's going to take some time. And like you said, Coach, they're going to have some disagreements. They're going to bump some heads. Caleb Williams going to throw a hissy fit. Shane Waldron going to slam his clipboard down. They're going to argue. This is what players and coaches do. This is what teams do. This is how they build chemistry. This is how they develop the cohesion, because they fall out with each other and they realize, hey, we survived the fallout. We can still get along.
Exactly.
Right,
like we can after a game, we can still go out and have a beer with each other, and break bread with each other.
Exactly.
You don't want to be no type of animosity, after a game, That's what I kind of felt like. It felt like Luke Getsy was just an op, man. Like he was just a Green Bay spy, bro.
Yeah, Real Street Sports Talk. Hey, do me a favor, Real Street Sports Talk. Why don't you comment on that, brother? Do you think Luke Getsy was an op for the opposition for your Green Bay Packers? What you think, bro? What you think? You think he was op? Did you think he was sitting there to spy on us? Or did y'all even need any spying to get with us? Kind of already know the answer that he gonna give on that, bro.
But he's probably gonna say, yeah, he was a spy.
But I'm really looking to see outside of Luke Getsy, outside of Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams' relationship, I'm really looking to see how quickly the receiving corps can gel with Caleb Williams. That's going to be big too. That's going to be big too, because you got a receiving corps that's going to put a demand on Caleb Williams. In terms of his play, they're going to go, because who was that? Keenan Allen. He's definitely going to get open. And when that guy is open, you have to hit him. You got to get the ball.
Yeah, you got to hit him in stride.
DJ Moore is open when he's not open. You got to hit that.
Sports Talk mission completed.
That's the comment.
He completed the mission.
Yeah, he got the job done. He definitely did. That bum. Now he going to destroy the Raiders, I guess. Since y'all lost to him. There you go, Ron. What's going on, bro? Close up, bears down, my brother. It's good to see you out there, Ron. Good to see you out there. Yeah, but yeah, the cohesion. I'm looking for cohesion between offensive coordinator and quarterback in this training camp to develop. I'm looking for better cohesion between quarterback and receiving corps to develop. And another one that I don't think anybody's alluded to on this. I'm looking to see how the Chicago Bears and Shane Waldron with this offense, I'm looking to see how they plan on implementing the run game. The run game is going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting because you've bought a passing barrage of weapons in here with Caleb Williams and Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze. You bought all these weapons in here. And then you got Gerald Everett coming behind Cole Corbett out there. You got weapons out here now. How do you implement this run game? Or are you going to make the mistake of becoming one-dimensional like a lot of these teams who get all these weapons? Because there's a lot of teams that make that mistake. They fall in love with the passing game that they have, and they forget that they got a running game. I honestly feel like the Los Angeles Chargers made that mistake. Austin Eckler was a great running back.
He was definitely a good weapon for them.
He was dominant, but they would go away from that guy even when he was hot, man. And I never understood that. I never understood that. Okay, Red Bill, you just ready to argue, bro? What's your point for saying this? Red Bill, you got to come on out the past, my brother. That's over, bro. And you're right, Caleb Wu. I didn't know who Caleb Williams was.
How's he
Okay,
washed, bro?
Caleb Williams
He was
was wild.
washed.
I mean, Austin Eckler was dominant, bro. He was the top
Good.
fantasy running back.
They just didn't
the
utilize
draft,
him a
bro.
lot. They didn't utilize him. The
Yeah,
Commanders,
it was more
the
on
Chargers were
their coaching style. Redbeard did anything, bro. And welcome to the show, bro. But it was more on their coaching style than anything. They were hell bent on using Justin Herbert's arm. They wanted to throw these balls down the field. They want to light it up with Mike Williams. They want to light it up with Keenan Allen, Joshua Palmer, Joe Everett. They want to do everything down the field, bro. And they just forgot this guy was even there, man. They just stopped using him. Austin Eckler was great in all facets of the game, bro. Okay, what you saying here, Real Street Sports Dog? Put that on the screen for me. You guys are fantasy guy. How should I attack the Bears at my drafts I have coming up? Should I stay away? Should I risk?
I think you should take Swift, man, because Swift, he's not only a great running back who can find the open hole, but like I said, he's a great pass catcher. He hasn't had, I think in his career, he hasn't had less than 39 receptions in his career at all. So I think he's going to be a great fantasy. I mean,
if you're looking, if you're looking for some for sure value, Real Street Sports Talk, if you're looking for some for sure value, the only thing I would look at the Bears right away, and I can say is for sure, Caleb Williams is a lot because he is the whole engine that's going to make this thing go. So ball dominant, he's going to be throwing the passes all over the place. He's definitely. So I would say Caleb Williams is definitely a lot. I love the Bears defense this year too. But,
shut up,
outside of Caleb Williams and the Bears defense, I'm not really sure how this offense is going to play out because as you all recall, Shane Waldron was just in Seattle, and in Seattle, he didn't really see eye to eye. He and DK Metcalf, they didn't really see eye to eye in terms of his usage of DK Metcalf. He was more a Tyler Lockett fan when it came to throwing the ball deep down the field. Although DK Metcalf is phenomenal at what he does. So I'm not really 100% sure on how he's going to use the entire receiving corps, especially having so many options now. I would say
I meant running back room.
You mean the running back room? Oh, that's what you were speaking to. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say Swifty. Swift.
Yeah, Swift definitely. Swift is going to be the dominant factor in this room. But if I'm totally honest with you, T.O., I probably would the Bears running back room probably is going to be a wash for me, just because even with Swift, even if he commands the most of the carries out of this backfield and he gets most of the reps out of the backfield, I'm not sure that this backfield is going to be strong from a fantasy perspective because they got so many weapons with the passing game. And I think Caleb's going to lean on his arm a lot more than he's going to hand that ball off. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure about that, bro. So if I got to touch it, give me Swift. I'm with you on that. Roshan is too much of a reach because I'm not really sure how he's going to be ingratiated in the Shane Waldron offense. But for the most part, the running back room's a wash for me, T.O. It's a wash for me. I'm not touching the Bears running back room.
Like I said, to me, KO, Real Street Sports Talk, I would say if you're picking a running back for the Chicago Bears, I definitely will pick Swift. Like I said, in my opinion, because he's definitely going to be RB1. He's definitely going to command a lot of touches within this offense. And like I said, he's not only just a running back, he's a great pass catcher. He's never had in his career less than 39 receptions ever in his career. So and like I said, last year was his career low, 39 receptions. So I think he's going to be kind of like that. What's that role? Kind of like that role where what's his name plays from the New Orleans Saints. I'm forgetting his name. already.
Oh, you talking about the tight end?
Not the tight end, the running back.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara. He's gonna be like that Alvin Kamara type of player, where he's
Okay.
gonna be like kind of like that gadget type of running back, where he's gonna run, and at times.
But Alvin Kamara is like a do-it-all kind of guy for them. He runs in the trenches and everything. He's a hard-nosed runner, bro, and he can catch out the backfield, and he's explosive. Big plays. I could see him from a big play perspective, but I don't know about running in the trenches with Swift, bro. I don't really think that's his strength, bro.
Yeah.
Plus, Alvin Kamara blocks well. He blocks well. That's something that Swift does not do well. Hopefully that changes in Chicago.
Yeah, Swift. You kind of get my point. Like, he's gonna be that type of gadget type of player where he's gonna be used in the backfield. He's not like Alvin Kamara at all. Alvin Kamara, he's a different type of beast. But
I get you.
In some respects, he's gonna be like that type of like gadget player, where he's gonna be used in the backfield, where he's gonna be catching passes, where he's gonna be running in open spaces, sort of stuff like that.
Kobe, what I would love to see the Bears do with him, bro?
Well,
I would love to see the Bears put him in a Deebo Samuel type role. I would love to see them do that with Swift. I think that would be fantastic.
That would be interesting.
That would
putting him in a Deebo Samuel type of role.
Yes, sir. And the Deebo Samuel type of role where he could be the runner, he could be a dual threat running back coming out the backfield with Khalil Herbert or Roshan Johnson. Take your pick, however they want to say.
I don't know why they haven't used DJ Moore like that, because I feel like DJ Moore is kind of more comparable to.
Yeah, but they haven't used DJ Moore like that because he's the only true receiver that we had that was doing anything. So they had to have him exclusively like that last year, bro, because we were hurting at the receiving court. Darnell Mooney had a down year. Velus Jones has never lived up to the hype, and Tyler Scott was a rookie. So you needed DJ Moore to be DJ Moore on that outside last year.
Yeah.
Now maybe we can implement him more like that this year, but I personally would like to see him put DeAndre Swift in that slot. You know what I mean? You talking about creating a different wrinkle to an offense? Oh my God, that'd be incredible. That's kind of what I had in mind, Cole, when I was alluding to the fact that we should probably draft Malachi Corley. That's the guy I was thinking in the terms of a Deebo Samuel type of role. I just think that brings a different wrinkle to an offense that makes the offense that much more unguardable and makes it even more explosive. Because now you're not traditionally dropping back and passing all the time. You're faking the pass, you shovel passing, you handing off on the end around, you doing a lot of the trick stuff, you handing off to a dude that's got used to seeing in the passing slot, and he's running the ball out the backfield now. You do all kind of stuff. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see that. See how that plays out. Don Bird, what did he say? As an ex-Teddy Bear bum, of course he gets on. That's why he was an emergency. What are you talking about?
He's talking to Redbeard. He's talking to Redbeard right there, bro. Some discussion they got going on in the group.
Who's Bears Tribe, Meryl?
Yeah, I'm just about to ask you that.
Who are you talking about, Bears Tribe?
Yeah, he's asking you a question, bro.
Who?
He's asking you a question. Bears Tribe, that very next
KO Sports Talk. Why did you admit to Man Beast that you're rooting for the Lions? Who cares, bro? The Lions fans,
talking about playoffs. Talking about when the playoffs was going on.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the playoffs. The NFC Championship game where they got beat by the 49ers when they were up 24-7. I told them I was kind of rooting for the Lions.
The Lions were the feel-good story of the NFL last year, man.
A lot of Lions, they show me love. So I have some Lion fans, and I like Micro Mike. I like some of those guys. They show me love. And I know that's you, Ghost of Judah Tribe. So stop playing around, bro. I know that's you. So, dude, you already know I got beef with you. So stop playing. I know it's you.
Okay,
you're a troll, bro.
And not only that. Look, when our season is over, and our season was over after the last game of the season, when our season is over, we're still football fans, people. We still want to watch the games, and we're still going to pick somebody that we think may be favorable. In particular, most people they don't want to admit it to themselves, but if their team is not successful, is not a successful season, they generally want to see the teams that beat them out in their division be the teams that go on to be successful. There's
As long
nothing
as it's
wrong
not
with
the
that.
Packers, that's all I care about. Packers, I'll
Right,
never root for. Hell no,
right,
never. I will never root for the Packers.
right.
That's one team I will
We got a
never root for.
bloodbath with the Packers, so that's not going to happen with the Packers. But I can see it with the Lions, and if the Vikings was there, I can see it with the Vikings too. But yeah, we no love.
Packers, that's a different story. I'll never root for the Packers.
Sorry, Real Street Sports Talk.
Sorry, Real Street Sports Talk. Never in my lifetime.
Oh yeah, that was not happening. That was not.
Don Bird, Sweat was P9. Panay Sewell's little child cut on tape. LOL.
Really?
Where at, bro? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm about to
Panay
see
Sewell was
Don.
pretty-
What games did you watch, bro? Because the games
Montez
that
Sweat
I
was pretty
saw,
dominant in those
yeah,
games.
the games that I saw, your boy Jared Goff was catching hell from this Bears front
Exactly.
four. He was catching
He
hell.
threw
and
like
he was
3
going
interceptions.
26.
I remember that game. One of those games.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. He played 2 games against the Bears last year. He threw 5 interceptions, and he had 3 fumbles. So I don't know what game you were watching, bro, but I didn't see Panay Sewell doing nothing to Montez Sweat. I don't know. Hey,
Best tackle.
Mr.
Blah,
Fitz,
blah, blah.
maybe you can get in here and speak to that. Now, to speak to a Lions fan who actually was watching the Lions. I don't know what Don was watching. Don, you could have been watching them games, bro.
Yeah, Bears definitely.
Thank you, Ron. He said Bears dominated the Lions. Let me see. Lane Johnson, Jim Williams.
Yeah, Chase Young and Nick Bosa did expose him in the playoffs. The second half.
I mean, I wouldn't say exposed, y'all. That's a strong word there. I just think Panay Sewell's young and inexperienced, and he was in a position that they had been in before, and he didn't know how to handle that. He couldn't handle it, bro. You know, I just think they stepped it up, and he didn't know how to get to the next level. That's all. Okay, Mike is telling you about Bears Drive.
Yeah, I know it's him, bro. I know that's probably him because he makes up accounts. He's Redbeard, and then he's Bears Drive. He's trying to troll me. I know it's him. He's a troll, bro.
He would be saying some sus stuff.
Because he also comes on Man Beast channel too, posing as Redbeard. I'm like, nah, that's him. I know it's him. I know that. I know that's.
Well, that's fine, hey, bro. Look, as long as you ain't on here acting a fool, we cool.
Exactly. He ain't acting a crazy fool, but I know it's him. I know he be trying to troll me, but as long as he not saying no crazy stuff, that's all that matters.
Okay, Don Bird said that Panay Sewell gave 1 sack all year. 1 sack. Google it. Who got the sack, Don? I like to know that.
It was Montez Sweat.
I'm almost certain it was Montez Sweat. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain it was Montez Sweat, bro. Go look that up for me, Ron. Who got the sack?
But like I said, man, the football game, live football is less than 2 weeks away, bro. What do you think about it? Because I think August 1st, we're going to be playing the Houston Texans. August 1st, that's going to be a Hall of Fame game. I actually want to talk about Rome Odunze. I think, what do you think about the Chicago Bears possibly using Rome Odunze in kickoff returns?
Well, let me say this.
Especially right in front of his childhood hero, Devin Hester.
Like, let me say this first. I'm excited that football is going to be here in 2 weeks. But you know, I myself at Real Street Sports Talk, we were politicking over the phone earlier, and we were looking over the Bears schedule. Do you realize that we got the Houston Texans in the Hall of Fame game, and we got them in week 2 of the regular season? Mm-hmm. How we get these dudes twice is what I'm trying to understand. It might well be a division opponent, bro. We got them twice.
They might as well,
bro. Yeah. So I don't know who is the genius behind the schedule making this year for the NFL schedules, but some of this stuff, bro, just got me scratching my head.
I guess because really they're young and up and coming teams, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but they got our schedule so backloaded, and all of our division games are from week 8 on, bro. In the last 8 weeks, we got 6 division games. Who does that? That's murderer's row, bro. 6 division games. And that means if we beat this team one time, they're going to be coming back trying to kill us. What you saying there? Say it again.
But in terms of the murderer's row, I mean, if the Bears, I think if they're able to come out, with those 6 division games like maybe 3-3 or something like that, 4-2. I think that would be really be great. The Bears are going in the right direction. It says like will show a lot of growth from last year, from where they were.
Absolutely. I just think it's not balanced. That's what I'm looking at with the schedule. It's not balanced. We got the Washington Commanders again in Washington, which doesn't make any sense. We just had them last year in Washington. The Detroit Lions have the Seattle Seahawks again in Detroit. Make that make sense. This stuff is supposed to rotate. It's not supposed to be the same year to year. It's supposed to rotate. So, it doesn't really make sense to me. But, it is what it is. But in terms of Rome Odunze, that's you say Will Street Sports. I'll say that's a bad idea, Cole. Rome is too important to your future and offense.
That's a good argument.
You just stole my thunder, T.O., because that's kind of where I was going to go with that. That he's just getting here. You don't want to jeopardize him. You're already thin at the receiving core. Even though I know we got weapons now, we're still pretty thin after we get past those first three guys, and so we don't really have enough debt to be taking a blow like that. You know what I mean? We don't have enough debt right now to be taking a blow like that. So yeah, I don't think it'd be a great idea. Plus, the Bears brought in a couple of guys already for this purpose. Can't think of this young Division II running back name, but they got a guy that they signed. He was
he's undrafted, right? He's undrafted.
Undrafted free agent. Yeah, I can't call his name.
Oh, I think I forgot his name. Let me see it.
Yeah, but that guy is a speed burner, bro, and he did do some kick returns and punt returns in college. I love the idea.
Not DeAndre Carter. It's
no, it's not DeAndre. Oh yeah, we signed him too. I forgot about DeAndre
we signed
Carter.
him too. We could use DeAndre Carter.
That's definitely a kick return specialist right there. This other guy, I think, is going to be back there along with him. And I love the fact that Rome Odunze is tough as nails. He is a guy that we could put on punt returns. Now, if necessary, I could see us putting him on punt returns at some point because he's sure-handed. He's going to catch the ball.
Oh, Ian Wheeler.
That's who I'm talking about. So, but I don't think that it's a great idea to put him back there, not to start his NFL career. You don't want to overwork him, and he's just getting here. Let him get good at one thing, and then we can advance him and expand him to the other things.
Penei Sewell is the definition of elite. He's only 23, going into year 4. Yeah, he's good. I'll give you that.
He's fantastic, bro. I don't have any problem with Penei Sewell.
He's a Pro Bowler. He's solid.
Yeah,
but he ain't no match for Montez Sweat, though. No,
I mean, you want to get a kid all his flowers now, Don. You can, bro. I'm just letting you know. He got his lumps coming, my brother. He's got his lumps coming. But he's a great tackle. Yeah, great right tackle. I don't have a problem.
I'll give it to you. You guys, Lions have one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL.
It only took them 30 years to put it together.
Took you 30 years.
30 years. Those number one picks, all those high-end draft picks, it took them 30 years, but they got it together. Oh, yeah, they got a dynamite. Offensive line. So how about put some crazy glue on Velus Jones' gloves and pray that he don't lose the ball? Nah, bro. How about we just lose Velus Jones? You don't have to worry about him losing the ball if we lose him. How about that?
I mean, you can use him for kick returns. Kick returns, he won't drop it, bro. Punt returns, don't put him in punt returns.
No.
Just keep him away from punt returns.
Anybody that's dropping balls that's kicked in the air, whether it's kick returns or punt returns, I have no faith in. If you can't hold the ball in those situations, I'm sorry, you're not useful to us. And he's not been that great as a receiver either, bro. Just being honest. I think this is Ryan Poles' love child, so to speak. I mean, not Ryan. Did I say Ryan Poles? That's it, right? Yeah. Ryan Poles' love child, so to speak. This is his first draft pick when he became general manager of the Chicago Bears, and he loves this kid. He wants to keep him here because that's his guy. This is his trophy piece. He's not good, though. He's not good. Velus Jones is not good.
Took 3 years with Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. And let's see if you guys can keep it up.
And how many years of cellar dwelling came before those 3 years? And during those 3 years, let's not forget, y'all had a horrible year in Dan Campbell's first year, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's not living la la land, Don. Don, y'all good. Somebody taking that from you, bro. Y'all good. But this is not a great. This Lions team is not Super Bowl great yet. They got to get there first, bro. But y'all gonna be good for a long time to come, bro. I'm not just gonna beat up on the Lions because you talking, bro. They all be good for a long time to come, bro. Just know this, Don. We coming. Know this, Vikings fans. We coming. Packers fans, y'all already know we coming. I ain't gonna tell y'all we coming.
I'm just waiting for the Packers to hear that signing that they signed Jordan Love to a 6-year, $280 million deal. I just wait. I want to see it from Ian Rappaport.
Did he sign it already?
Nope, not yet.
I'm curious to know what the holdup is in that, bro.
I'm not getting any rumblings, but they were trying to saying they were talking about a future extension, but they haven't said anything yet.
Mm-hmm. That's great, Don. 3 wins, 9 wins, 14 wins. I'm not mad at that, bro. Got on the upswing. How far can y'all go with it? That's the question. And remember, your head coach, he's pretty gun-ho. I love Dan Campbell. He's a great coach. He's my coach of the year. Last year, year before, I had him in mind for that. But in the NFC Championship game, it's an experience show, bro. You do not go in San Francisco against the San Francisco 49ers, be up like y'all were up, and on 4th down in field goal range, y'all going for it all day. That was ridiculous, bro. Should not have been doing that, bro. Should not have been doing that. Gave the game away that way, Don. Gave the game away, bro. Real talk.
Y'all gave that game away. Y'all literally gave the game away. Y'all should have won that game. Y'all should have won.
Y'all offense was lights out.
Y'all beat your own damn selves.
Right. Your offense was lights out in that first half. Jared Goff looked like the second coming of Tom Brady for a half, bro. That guy was outstanding. That offense was outstanding. And then
that should have been a blowout.
Yeah. And where was Amon-Ra St. Brown when all that was going on?
Second half, he was completely non-existent.
Where was the other receiver they had? That
Sam Laporta. Where was Josh Reynolds? Josh Reynolds was dropping passes.
Where was that guy? Oh yeah, Josh was dropping passes, dog.
Josh Reynolds was dropping passes, bro.
Ryan, I wouldn't go as far as to say that Dan Campbell sucks, bro. He doesn't.
Dan Campbell's a good coach.
Yeah, he's a very good coach, bro.
It's just at times he can get a little too much in his head. Like he can get a little too overly aggressive.
Yeah, he's a little too risque for me, especially
too overly aggressive. But I mean, I like that. I mean, I get it. It. Mm-hmm. That's how I wish Matt Eberflus could be. Because he's too timid. You got to have some cojones.
Exactly. Got to have some attack in you. And Matt Eberflus, a lot of times, he lacks that. That's why we needed a Montez Sweat to come over here.
Yeah.
He just like that.
What was I going to talk about? Yeah, I mean, I think you already covered the defensive tackle position, right? Like, how we need.
Well, I spoke about Javon Dexter. And to be honest with you, I think the fool's gold out here is that the Bears could still use another deep tackle. Bro, I think that's one of the deepest positions we got on the defense right now.
Because everybody's talking about, oh, man, we need to sign a defensive tackle. We need a 3-tech because we're not too sure about Javon Dexter. I think Javon Dexter is going to make a big jump this year. People are underrating, like you said, is very deep, with our depth in terms of the defensive tackle position. People don't understand that Javon Dexter, I feel like Javon Dexter is going to take that next step in his development to becoming, a Pro Bowl-like type of defensive tackle.
And I think Zach Pickens is going to follow closely behind him, bro. I think everybody's forget that dude is even on the team, bro. Now, granted, he didn't give him anything to remember in his rookie year, but I don't think he's far off the mark. I think him and Dexter being there, Javon Dexter being there together is going to help his progression. I think that's going to help him because he sees what Javon is doing and he don't want to get left behind. They came in together. You know what I mean? And then we got Big Billingsley still down there in that middle, bro.
Chuck, that shows
it shows he didn't trust his kicker. So we went and picked up Jake Bates, kicker. Josh Reynolds is a Bronco, and it was Vildor letting balls bounce off his face mask. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did play for the Lions too, right? Kendall Vildor last year.
Yeah. They picked up our sloppy seconds. They could have.
You picked up our trash, dude. You picked up our trash.
But honestly, that Vildor play that didn't end the game for y'all, bro. You had that game won in the first half. Just need to close the deal. Y'all didn't close the deal, bro. That game was won in the first half. The Lions dominated that game in the first half. The 49ers had absolutely no answer for that team. And if you don't trust your kicker, why is he on your team? Sorry, no excuses for Dan Campbell. You have to trust your kicker, especially at that point. That kid for the 49ers, Jake Moody, he missed his fair share of field goals in the season and in the playoff games. They still trusted him, bro. They put that guy out there. If he's on your team and you can't trust him, he shouldn't be on your team, period.
That's kind of like that Dallas Cowboys game. They should have just kicked the field goal instead of just going for it. Because I mean, if they would have kicked that field goal, either way, Dallas, they would have had time, but it would have put more pressure on Dallas to score or to move the ball downfield. But we already know what's his name elected to go for it for that. I think it was that 2-point conversion.
Mike McCarthy, yeah. But now you everybody on your team, you have to have trust established in them. If you don't trust the people you got on your team, I'm sorry, no excuse for a coach. You should get rid of. You should get rid of. The one thing, I'm not the biggest Bruce Arians fan, but the one thing I will give him is if Bruce Arians does not trust a guy on his team, he's not going to play them. They're not going to be on that team for long. He's going to change them, bro. And that's what you got to do. Can't worry about hurt feelings and spilled milk and crying over spilled milk and all that stuff. If trying
to win a game, man.
If Dan didn't believe in that kicker, there's no way in the world he should have put him on that team, bro. You gotta believe him, bro. You gotta believe in who you got, bro.
You got to put the best player in position in order to win the game. You're looking for the best player who can help us win the game. And if you don't trust him, I mean, no hurt feelings. You might be a good guy, he might be a nice guy, but hey, we don't trust you to win this game, bro. Exactly.
Optimus, I hear you, my brother. He said Dan Campbell threw that game away, and I love it. Yes, sir. Let's go. Close up, baby. Close up.
I can't see my hand.
There you go, bro. And that's where it is, bro. No, there's no crying in football, bro. Nobody gonna feel sorry for y'all because your coach decided your kicker was not good enough to kick. The man got one job that y'all pay him to do it. You don't think he can do it? Why he on your team? Get him off of my team. The beauty of us, though, Kof, we don't have that problem in Chicago. We got one of the best field goal kickers in the game, Cairo Santos. Oh, we good. We good. We good. Slap him up. We good.
we got a weak head coach though. That's the thing though.
We're working around him, and our head coach is Shane Waldron. That's our head coach.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, hopefully, Shane Waldron is in his ear when it comes to time management. Hey, what I'm saying, this is when you need to call timeout. Call timeout.
No correction. Hopefully, Matt Nagy is out of it. Matt Eberflus is out of everybody's ear while they're making decisions.
He's just there. He just has the title, but he's not the head coach.
Don't talk to the press. Feed them words. Salad. Do whatever you got to do with the press. Let us handle the on-field responsibilities. We got this. We got
right. Shane Waldron has the responsibility of the head coach.
I think too, Kof, our defensive coordinator is going to be highly underrated this year. I think everybody thinks that
Eric Washington. Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is, bro. That dude he's really good, bro. I went and did some research on him and his defenses, bro. In Buffalo, that dude is nasty, bro. He got some D'Amico Ryan
from Buffalo, right? Buffalo Bills, right? Was he the defensive coordinator? What was his position?
Yeah. I want to say he was a D coordinator. I don't know if he was the D coordinator. Was he the D coordinator? I have to look it up, bro. But when I did dig into him, I saw where he was really impactful, bro, on what defensive players were doing and how they were excelling, bro, in Buffalo, bro. That dude can coach. And I think everybody's under the impression that Matt Eberflus is going to be calling the defensive play calls in Chicago. I don't see that happening, bro. I honestly don't see that happening. You know, y'all think I'm joking, but I honestly believe that Matt Eberflus is just going to be a figurehead for this Bears coaching staff. I don't really see him doing much. I don't see him doing much other than being a motivator. He's good at being positive and talking to the players. You know, he's good at feeding the press a bunch of word salads with no meat in the salad, you know. But, you know, other than that, we don't really need that dude to do anything. We got the play caller on offense. We got the decision maker on defense. And we got the weapons right now on both ends to get this done with or without his decision making. I believe that, bro. I believe that.
I was even watching Swifty's live today, and he was talking to Adam Mason, like, why didn't he agree, you know, with Yannick Ngakoue? You know, he was talking with Adam Mason. Adam Mason doesn't agree with us getting Yannick Ngakoue. He thinks Jacob Martin is already solid, who's on our team, because Yannick Ngakoue, he's not a really great run defender. And at times during third down situations, like Yannick Ngakoue was great when it came to pass rush. And that's also the same with Jacob Martin. Jacob Martin, he said that Jacob Martin was like the highest in terms of percentage rate of getting to the quarterback in third down situations, which was, I think it was like maybe 10 or 15%. It was like top 5 in the NFL. And he was saying that
the percentages are skewed though.
It's kind of skewed, bro.
Right, because you top 5 in the NFL in percentages to get into the quarterback, but how many opportunities are you getting?
How many opportunities? Like,
right, you might not be out there but 10 times for most of the season or half the season. You know what I mean? So that's.
I think Yannick Ngakoue, he was very effective. I mean, like
he was instrumental in what the Bears were able to do defensively. Absolutely, bro. He's very effective, very instrumental in what we were able to do defensively, and not only that.
After we got Montez Sweat, he was very effective.
Adam Mason, much love to you, bro. I know you're a numbers guy. You crunch these numbers with the best of them, my brother. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Yannick Ngakoue is a perfect fit for what the Bears are doing, because you got to keep in mind this is a passing league now. It's not a league that's built on the run anymore. This is why running backs are so scarcely paid now. You know, they're not looking to run, so you need a pass rusher on that edge. You need somebody who can get to that quarterback.
Exactly.
Nobody really cares.
Percentages. He's an analytical guy.
Exactly. And nobody really cares if you're stopping the run. This is what your linebackers are for. This is what TJ Edwards is for, standing behind Yannick Ngakoue. This is what TJ Edwards and Jack Sanborn and Tremaine Edmonds. This is what these guys are for. This is what these guys are for. They're run stoppers. And if it can get past them, then you got the back end of the wall with Jaquan Brisker and Kevin Byard. You know, that's what these guys are there for, bro. That man is brought in to be specifically a pass rusher. The Bears knew what they were getting when they got him last year, and he was formidable. I'll say that. He was formidable in his defense last year, you know. So I don't really see how Jacob Martin, you know, percentages, you know, is there, but he can't get on the field. You know, I don't really see how that's an upgrade. If we're going to go that route, we might as well throw the rookie in there, throw Austin Booker in there and call it a day, bro. Let's see what he can do. You know what I mean? If you're going to do that, you know, then you go all in with your rookie. It's a reason why Jacob Martin can't get on the field, bro, consistently, but can't be in that starting lineup. There's a reason why that is, you know. So, you know, I get your point, Adam, but I don't agree with that. I think whatever Swifty was telling you on that is 100% right, bro. Yannick Ngakoue, I think, is definitely. Plus, he already knows the scheme fit.
He already knows the system. He knows the scheme.
Right.
The scheme fit.
Right. This guy is here. You know, he's been in the trenches with us. He was a big part of us turning it around when Montez Sweat got here. He's a big part of that. You know, that was very instrumental. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, why look down on that? I don't see a problem with bringing Yannick Ngakoue back. He makes sense. He makes the perfect sense. And he's not going to cost us an arm and a leg, bro. That dude's not going to break the bank. You know, he's looking for 1-year deals, you know. If we can get a 2-year deal out of him, we're winning. You know, but a 1-year deal for a guy like him, when we got Austin Booker coming behind him, who we can teach the cross chop to, you know, just like he taught it to Javon Dexter. I mean, come on, bro. That's beneficial, bro, all the way around, man. I like that idea.
I think that's going to definitely help Austin Booker, because people don't understand, like, you know, how effective these veterans are going to be. You know, this could definitely benefit Austin Booker, you know, in his development too, and learning the cross chop, learning certain moves, the swim move, you know, learning all these NFL, you know, techniques. This is going to really help in his development, you know.
And let me say this, Coach. Sometimes these young guys, these rookies, they have to see the position, somebody being successful at the position, before they can believe that they can be successful at the position. I think seeing Yannick Ngakoue get to the quarterback is it could ignite Austin Booker and make him want to, you know, make him believe that, hey, if he can do it, I know I can do it. I'm faster than him. I may be stronger than him,
right?
I may leap higher than him. I might do some things better than him. And I can see where if he can get to the quarterback doing what he does, I can get there even at a more alarming rate, a higher rate, you know. So I don't want to rest on our laurels with backup players too much. It's good to know that we got a Jacob Martin, if necessary, to bring in at that position to help out, you know, his percentages is high and all that stuff. But that's not what we want to depend on. You know, if we got to have somebody backing up over at that position behind those two guys, give me Yannick Ngakoue, give me Austin Booker, and then give me Marcus Walker, a guy who was interchangeable up and down that line. Somebody who can move around, somebody you can keep in there. You can slide him into a 3 technique, you know, and you can put him on the edge and different things like that, you know. So you gotta move things around. You gotta, you know, move things around in terms of the players, and you gotta have a staple on that edge, bro. And I think Yannick Ngakoue, he represents that staple right now for the Bears on that edge, bro. Coming off that edge, bro. Yeah. Swift, did we agree? Woo!
Okay, I got a couple more minutes before we end this live. I'm going to look at some more comments. Walker played a lot better when Sweat got to the Bears. I was looking at his PFF numbers. I didn't even look at it. Yeah, he actually did also got better too.
He did, bro. He did. He got to the quarterback more. He was just more effective. He just needed that edge rusher on the other side to take some of that pressure out of his face, so that, you know, he can get more one-on-ones. I think that's the dynamic that Montez. Well, matter of fact, I know that's the dynamic that he brings to the table. He demands a double team. He demands attention when he's over there. He demands that extra bump from the running back. You know, he demands that extra protection from his side of the ball. So when the offensive line and the offense is focusing that way, they get blindsided by these other guys from the backside. Yeah. DeMarcus Walker definitely can be effective in that. Yannick Ngakoue definitely can be effective in that. So, you know, whoever is on the blind side as the left tackle, he's got his hands full running up on those guys that they're coming off of that edge with all the attention being put on Montez Sweat.
Yeah, because what do you think? People are always saying that, oh, if Montez Sweat goes down, our defense line is cooked, man. Like they're saying, these guys are not going to get a lot of pressure to the court. I don't believe that.
But you know what, Kobe, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. There could be some truth to that. And the reason I say that is because we look at the overall impact that Montez Sweat brings to this defensive front. This front four is electric when that guy is out there. When he's not out there, we weren't even getting pressure on the quarterback. I think we had Yannick Ngakoue had one game where he had multiple sacks. That was 3 against his former team, the Washington Commanders. But other than that, he was non-existent, bro. Marcus Walker, 2 or 3 sacks through the season, but other than that, non-existent. Montez Sweat bringing that pressure off the edge just creates a different wrinkle for this front four that they didn't have before. Everything.
But like I said, Javon Dexter, I feel like he's going to take that next leap. You know,
right.
he's going to take that next leap in his development. I think he's going to get a lot more pressure to the quarterback. People just don't understand how underrated Javon Dexter was.
Very much so.
Especially in the second half of the season. Yeah, I get it. Montez Sweat was very effective. But I mean, I think irregardless, you saw that Javon Dexter, he was getting better as time went on. Like, he was getting a lot more pressure to the quarterback. I think this defensive line is going to be good, and plus we have some depth. But I think people just don't know his name yet. Like, they just look at the name. Okay, Montez, he's a big name, such and such.
Right.
But I think after this season, I think people, they're going to know who Javon Dexter is.
Yeah, and the key thing, and here's the thing, Coach, it's not a put down to the Bears defensive front. If when people share the idea that if Montez Sweat goes down, this defensive front won't be able to get any pressure and all of this here. Every defense, every offensive line, every defensive line has to have a chief cornerstone. They got to have a main cornerstone that everything is built around. When you look over there at the San Francisco 49ers, it's Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is the cornerstone coming off of that edge. When you look over there at the LA Chargers, it's Joey Bosa. You can go down the line with how many teams got this guy that's an elite.
Steelers with TJ Watt, Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett.
Right. And these guys are cornerstones that the whole defense is triggered off of. You got to have a guy that everybody wants to focus on. He's the Michael Jordan of this defense right now, Montez Sweat. He's the Michael Jordan of this defense.
He's LeBron James.
Right. All the attention is going to Michael Jordan. All the attention is going to LeBron James. All the attention is going to Kobe Bryant. Why? Because these are ball-dominant guys who can kill you if you don't pay attention to them.
Somebody you got to fear. That's somebody who you got to fear. Okay, we got a game plan for this guy. He's kind of like Khalil Mack during that 2018 season. He's our Khalil Mack.
and Montez Sweat is definitely that guy. Everybody that's not Bears fans that's on here that's naysayers about him, they can't tell you that this guy wasn't a factor when they played against him, because this guy was bringing hell, and your team had to scheme against him. And in most cases, most of these teams, they weren't able to stop this guy even with the scheming. Detroit caught hell messing with this guy. I don't know what Don was looking at, but Detroit.
Yeah, I know, right? Jared Goff had 5 interceptions. 2 games.
And even the Green Bay Packers have a very stout offensive line, but even they were scheming away from him.
They were double teaming him.
Yeah,
especially the last game of the season. They were double teaming.
Game on the line, playoffs on the line. They were not going to allow Montez Sweat to be the factor that was going to beat them and send them home and eliminate them from playoff contention. They weren't going to allow that, bro. So it's just, every team has to have one of those guys, bro. And for us, he's that guy. He's that guy. Montez Sweat is definitely that guy. So show me another guy, people, that led 2 teams in one season in sacks, in sack production.
It's never been done before.
They're the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears in sack production. That's the first time and only time that's ever been done in NFL history. You tell me what kind of impact Montez Sweat is having. You tell me if this guy's a cornerstone and an anchor for this defense or not. Look at the difference once this guy got here. We went from giving up 25 points a game, 14 games in a row, and the teams were catching holy hell trying to score on us and even move the ball down the field. They're throwing picks at an alarming rate to the Chicago Bears secondary and his linebacker core. At an alarming rate. We actually caught in the second half of the year alone, Coach, we caught the San Francisco 49ers in interceptions, interception total at 22, and
That's
we didn't
crazy.
even have a good first half of the year, bro. This defense did not have a good first half of the year.
Just imagine the whole entire season with him.
Mm-hmm. Would you say Real Street Sports Talk said, yeah, we chip blocked the hell out of him. A nice sight end bump every play. That's right. That's right. Ain't no shame in the Packers game for doing that. You supposed to do that.
Y'all had a good game plan for us, and it worked.
Yeah, there ain't no shame in that. Shoot, this is what you're supposed to do. If Dan Campbell, as great as that offensive line has been over there, You gotta get a little bit more help on that Montez Sweat side of the ball, bro. That dude's coming. He's coming, and he's hungry, and he's coming with a vengeance. He ain't got nothing to lose. Montez Sweat ain't got nothing to lose in Chicago.
Yeah, he said he don't want to lose to Green Bay. He made
Right.
a proclamation like, I'm not losing to Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And he meant it.
Yeah. Yeah, we coming for Green Bay. We coming for Detroit. We coming for the Vikings. We coming for anybody and everybody that's standing in front of us.
And the
bro.
NFC North, right?
Yeah,
Anybody
we
in the
coming for
NFC.
everybody, bro. We coming for
Everybody.
everybody. Come on. Just we got to get the NFC North out the way first. And then we go get the rest of it. And this NFC North is going to be dynamite to watch this year. Not gonna lie to you, bro.
All right, I'm going to end the show now. Okay.
About to go off the rails, Theo.
Oh, he's ending the show now. Okay, guys.
End the show now.
All right, guys. I'd like to thank all y'all for coming. Thank you, Real Street Sports. I'm going to end the show right now. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Optimist. Thank you, Don Burr. Thank you, Ghost of Judah Tribe, even though you're a troll, for coming on my show. But
Optimist Ron,
I think
Real Street Sports Talk, everybody, we appreciate it.
I think next episode we gotta do part 2 of the I wanted to finish that
Real Tribe, we got you.
I wanted to finish part 2 of that depth chart. So next week probably we could finish that. I know we didn't get a chance to finish that. We're gonna finish part 2 of the depth chart because we didn't finish talking about that. But like I said, guys, thank y'all for coming, and make sure to like and subscribe. And also, Chuck, talk about that thing you're talking about, the sponsorship.
Yeah. We want to get the we're trying to get the show up in ratings, trying to get things a little higher. And someone just came to me today and was wondering if we did commercial spots or for on our broadcast and what have you. And I just wanted to let you guys know, if anybody's out there got any businesses that you're trying to promote or what have you, reach out to Kofi at KO Sports Talk, and we'll see how we can work things out in terms of promoting your business and helping to get the numbers of our show up. So reach out at KO Sports Talk, and we'll see what we can do.
Yes, sir. If you guys have any businesses, just reach out, Chuck or me. I'll see if I'm gonna start putting like my email on the link if I can, or you guys could DM me. I'll send you my X Twitter, whatever, XB, whatever, online.
Right.
Because we like supporting businesses. We like helping people out. It's the HBO special. Help a brother out, help a sister out. You know what I'm saying?
Help a brother out, help a sister out.
But guys, thank y'all for coming. And how we always end it over here. Close up. Bear down. All right, guys. Peace.
That's why I'm trying to make a better way. Whole new crib in a better place. Get my people out the hood, we'll see better days. Tell a fan sorry, y'all let them wait. Shit up there like